Hello everyone and welcome to this video where we are going to be actually covering my own personal experience of owning an iPhone for over 5.5 years. This is my 6th year having my poor old phone iPhone, which is basically iPhone 8 Plus. Now I bought this phone in 2018. That was the first time I had some spare cash. I had just gotten out of my graduate school and started earning some money. And 1 year into my journey, I had saved up enough to be, making a dent towards my student loan. But also, I wanted to treat myself and get a phone because I had been using a cheap phone for a long period of time. So I wanted to go ahead and get something for myself, and it's the first real big purchase out of college that I really made that was just for myself. And the phone that I got was the iPhone. That's this exact phone, and I've been using this for the past 6 years now. Uh, right from 2018, I bought this in February, so I'm just gonna open it up and show you how it looks like today. And there you go. As I'm taking this out, hopefully you can see it over here. It actually looks pretty good, right? As you can see, there are no cracks as of yet. Touch wood. Hopefully no scratches to come. But I did wanted to make the point that uh, you don't need to keep on buying new gadgets all the time. I'm super tech savvy, but hey, I wanted to be frugal and conscious of my budget and not keep on just throwing money at the fanciest tech gadgets that I see around. Now, how is it living like with an iPhone that's 5.5 years old? Let's find out. Number one, in terms of the phone itself, as you can see, it doesn't have too much of damage. In fact, I might be one of the only people, I might be one of the few on this planet who've managed to have an iPhone for about 6 years and never scratched the screen. As you can see, I have not yet managed to crack the screen. If you can take a look, there are no scratches in the screen at all. From a physical standpoint, yeah, the phone is still in great shape. As you can see, some of the aspects of the phone, if I zoom in, you'll be able to see that there are some slight scratches here or there. There are some bends and there are some dents that have come through, but all of it is still in pretty good, pristine condition. And the reason why it is still there is I've always had a cover. Now this cover I got just 2 or 3 months back, because I've had about 4 or 5 covers for this in the last 5 to 6 years, and I kept on changing, but I've always put a cover on my phone. I'm one of those people, and I think majority of people use a cover for their phone. So I don't know the so I find it a little distracting and inconsequential when there is too much discussion around the design of the product of Apple phones, where ooh, the edge has been changed, oh, it's made of titanium. What's the big deal, man? Most of the people are using phone covers anyway, so what's the whole big fuss about, ladies and gentlemen? Anyways, let's get to some of the other factors of the phone for which I'm not happy with. Now, the cameras, let's talk about the cameras. The cameras of the iPhone have not aged well. They were already behind the curve with respect to other Android phones, but this one in particular, right now, the way it takes photos, I'm not completely happy with. Although you can see that as the camera, it takes decent pictures. It's not like super bad or anything. It does its job really well, but where it really sucks and it's horrendous is the night mode. Oh my god, it's so grainy, and the picture quality is pathetic, especially in 2023. So it's bad. The other aspect for photos still are okay when you're doing 1x, but the moment you start magnifying anything, even like 1.2, or I don't know if it even does 2x, but yeah, it does 2x, but the quality goes the quality is bad. So in terms of the camera, aged not so well, so it definitely goes down, a thumbs down for this in terms of how well its camera has aged. But that is more so expected from a 6-year old phone. You don't expect its camera quality to um, you know progress and age really well. Now let's talk about how the phone actually looks and the design of the phone compared to the new ones. I actually like the older designs of the phone much better, with the curves and having a more circular, not having those like sharp edges as you'll see on the 14 and the 15, especially with all the titanium grade and all the amazing things that it has come out with. I love the original design. Now, I personally was a huge fan of the product red. Red is one of my favorite colors, so that's why I bought the red iPhone, and it still looks amazing. I love it, especially like this the glass and the satin finish that comes through when light actually reflects back from it. It looks beautiful. Um, I know they took away the product red, at least out of the 15. I don't see it. Uh, all of them have like metallic finishes and kind of more like those translucent colors that they have come out with. I don't like them. I still love my product red, and I wish the iPhone 15 Pro comes in a red edition. I'm really hoping if I do transfer to that, that would be the one. Now let's talk a little bit about how is it actually from a software perspective. Now this one, when I bought it, again as I told, I was just out of college, so I think the lowest version was the 64 GB version. It still managed to do really well. It has an ability to have the apps on the cloud, the ones that you're not using. So I have to keep a tab in terms of how much I'm downloading and what apps I'm using, especially something like Audible, which might take up like 4 or 10 GBs depending on your audiobooks that you're listening to. So that's definitely a challenge, managing the space. I do pay an extra to have space on the cloud with Apple, but it's certainly been manageable. The question to really ask is, can you still live with 64 GB in 2023? And the answer is yes, 100% you can. But especially if you're shooting a lot of videos, like I am right now shooting a lot for my YouTube channel and to be posting on Twitter and X. So, in that regard, if your phone has a lot more storage, that is helpful because you can take videos on the fly. There are various external storage devices also available, so I think it's not an unsurmountable problem. Now let's get to some of the other aspects, like, is it necessary to keep on buying new stuff? Now I'm gonna disappoint Mr. Tim Cook because I don't participate to the bottom line, or have not been participating since like 2018. Actually, let me take that back. I did end up buying, because I bought the iPhone, I got the iPad, which was fantastic, and the Apple Pencil, and then the Mac, and then I got my iWatch. This is an iWatch, the Apple Watch, and then I bought another thing from Apple. Yes, they sucked me into the ecosystem. Alright, anyways, so the ecosystem is great. I know Tim Cook will not like this, that I have not upgraded my phone from 2018. I am in the market. So, what do you guys think I should buy? Should I go for an Android, or should I go and stick with an Apple? Or is there anything else that is there in the market? I know some of you fans of Windows Phone might be saying, oh, yeah, oh, if only you would have used the Nokia Windows Phone. No, those were horrendous. Please, no. Or some of you Amazon fans would be perhaps wondering about the Amazon phone that had launched. No, that was a disaster. That was a disaster too. So, anyways, what do you guys suggest? Let me know in the comments below. And also, let me know, is it worth buying, or is there another contender to Apple? Thank you so much.